welcome back to the channel. I just thought I would do a quick unboxing video of a really interesting kit that I recently picked up. This is the AMT Model T 1925 Ford Model T and Chopped T customizing kit. Now, I got this at Hobby Lobby, of course at their 40% off sale, because I thought this is a really interesting kit. And one of the really cool things about it is that you can build two complete cars out of this one kit, which makes it a really good value for the price, especially if you pick it up on the 40% off sale. So I started thinking to myself, well, that sounds a little too good to be true. So why don't we take a look and see exactly what's going on in here and see if we really can build two complete cars for $30, which at the 40% off sale was probably somewhere in the neighborhood of 20. So let's open this thing up. First, let's take a look at the box first. See, now here you have the stock Model T, which looks like it'd be an interesting little model in itself. The retro style packaging, which I gotta admit, I really like it. Sorry for the glare with all the plastic on there. And here you have the custom Model T here, which is pretty cool looking if you ask me. So I really like this box art here. It's simple, it's just to the point. I really kind of like it. So the bottom of the box, you can see all the trees, everything that comes in the kit. So why don't we open it up and let me ask you guys a question. Now, I am very, very picky about how I open my kits. I always slice the plastic from the bottom in order to keep the box top wrapped, because it just keeps the box looking a lot nicer. Especially sometimes I don't get to them in a while, and I kind of like just looking at the box, nice and neatly wrapped up. I mean, how many of you guys out there do that, or am I just is there just something wrong with me? But let's open it up and see what's going on here. Okay, let's see what we got here. Well, the first thing we're going to start with is a chrome that's right up on top. And, well, I think we'll be dechroming a lot of this because it looks like the chrome is a little too heavy, a little too toy-like. And these are obviously the newly tooled parts, as it looks like it's got a couple of extra parts in there that were not originally in the kit. This is basically a reissued model. So let's look here. Let's take a look. Let's just take a quick look at the chrome parts. We can open this up, right? You guys don't mind. Okay, let's slice that open. Let's move the box to the side here. And we'll take a good look at the chrome parts. Now, as I said, you can see that these are the newly tooled parts. As you can see, the chrome actually looks quite a bit different than the original chrome here. It looks a little smoother, a little cleaner. And one thing I'm curious about, yeah, they are the same. The color of the original plastic is what I was curious about. I had a different kit where the added parts, the plastic was a completely different color under the chrome. We have our moon caps here, and then our little trophy. So we're all winners. Alright, now let's take a look at the original chrome that came with the kit. Here we have our foot pedals. Looks like not really crazy about the way they attach them to the tree. It's going to make them a little difficult to cut out. And it looks like we got a little bit of flash going on here. And I'm not talking about the Scarlet Speedster. Yeah, we're definitely going to have to strip these because there's going to be a lot of seam lines that we're going to have to get rid of here. but we do have quite a few parts here. Look at the exhaust manifolds. Looks like the drive shaft is here. That's definitely going to have to be de-chromed and cleaned up. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of cleaning up that's done here. These, I'm going to guess, are the carburetors. Not even really sure what these are. And here's the crazy shifter here. And not even really sure what these are, what this is either. Well, we do have our oil pan, which is definitely going to be de-chroming that. Matter of fact, I think we're just going to dunk this entire tree and de-chrome this entire thing. Well, maybe we'll leave the dashboard, as that would look kind of cool if it was a shiny chrome. But we have our leaf springs here, which I don't know when was the last time anybody ever saw chrome leaf springs. This looks like an axle of some kind. Alright, well, it looks like we're going to have to be de-chroming quite a bit of this. So, alright, now let's move on past the chrome. Not bad, not bad. Bit of flash on it, and a little heavy on the chrome, but not the worst I've ever seen. That honor is reserved for a certain other kid. Now, let's take a look at these tires. Oh, these are actually pretty nice. Look at this. You have your pad printed tires, Racemaster Dragster tires. You guys can make that out there. Very nice. Wow, these are actually pretty nice. And these are slicks here, of course, no tread. And then you have minimal tread on the skinnies. Let's take a look at this. And there's a little bit of blood. Hold on, guys. That kind of sucked. Okay, guys. Crisis averted. And never let it be said that I don't suffer for my art. Okay, now let's get back to this. Now, when we don't stab ourselves in our fingers, we can easily just cut right through the plastic and take a really good look at these wheels. Oh, look at that. They are really nicely printed. Can't really make out what that says there. We'll be able to zoom in on that later. Nice slicks here. Very nice. I guess that those are going to go on the chopped version. And we have more white walls here with Firestones printed on the back. Simple tread, nothing crazy, but kind of fits the car. Now what do we... Oh, here we have two more of these, which I don't know why, because it's not like you would put 4 of these skinnies on the car. Or maybe you would, I don't know. Okay, so let's move that to the side there and take a look at what we got next. And oh, here we have our glass. We have actually 2 versions of the same glass. I'm not going to take those out of the plastic because we don't want to get them all scratched up. This is definitely for the chopped roof. We have an orange glass and a clear glass. Don't know which one we'll be using, but nice to have a choice. Oh, so bad, not a really bad kit. Oh, look at what we got here. More tires. These are no doubt for the Model T itself. The stock version. Interesting. Let's take a look at these. And we have axles. 1, 2, 3, 4 axles here. But let's take a look at these tires, as I find these very interesting. Look at this. Now, this is my first time building one of these Model Ts. But, very skinny little tires. Some tread design on them. Interesting. So now we have 2 different sets of tires for the 2 different models. So we do know that you can build, so far at least, 2 different sets of wheels on this car. Now let's take a look at the styrene and see what we get here. One thing I've already noticed, which is kind of odd, is that there's bit of staining going on here. Look at that. That's a little odd. Interesting. Here we have a chassis. Here we have, it looks like the tub. I'm gonna guess. We have 4 fenders. Here we have our engine belt assembly. We have quite a bit of flash on here. This is going to require quite a bit of cleaning, which is probably due more to the age of the original kit than anything else and of the tooling. But there is quite a bit of cleaning up that's going to be required here. Interesting. Alright, let's keep going with this. Here we have our chassis. Oh, look at that. It's got wood graining on the floor of the chassis. And this, I'm assuming, is going to be some sort of carpeted material. I don't know too much about these Ford Model Ts, but we have some sort of step plates here. Interesting chassis. I think there's a lot of opportunity here for some really interesting detail work. The wood grain is a very interesting effect there. And of course, I don't know if you guys can see, this says Ford engraved on the step plates. Very nice. And here, this is going to require quite a bit of cleaning and trimming up here. Okay. Now we have, this is our canvas roof. This is for our stock Model T. Here we have a rear. This is the tailgate for the Model T. Model T is it's a little pickup truck, I'm going to guess. Has some sort of rear carrying area. As I said, I don't know too much about these cars, but there's a dash. Looks like it's got a couple of gauges in it, and that's about it. Okay, let's move that apart. Oh, here we have the body of the Model T along with a hood. Yeah, the molds are not the cleanest I've ever seen. Again, probably due to the age of the kit. But it does look like it's got some pretty interesting possibilities to really make a nicely detailed kit body. Alright. Now let's take a look at, here is another rear section. Again, you can see the wood paneling engraved in there. That's going to be really fun to do. Except that we have our pin marks here. That totally sucks there. Because to clean that up, you may get rid of some of your wood paneling. What a shame. Too bad they couldn't have just put the pin marks on the back. And here we go, round 2, made in China. Again, another shame, but what can you do? Now this, I'm going to guess, is going to fit on this. Actually, I don't know. Oh, wait a minute. Here's our chopped body. Nicely done. Panel lines are a little shallow, so we're going to have to deepen those a little bit. But this is actually really interesting. I think I may be looking to imitate the box art on this one and just give it a nice flat black body. I really like the way they did the red roof with the wheels. That may be the color scheme we're going with on this. But if you look at this, you can see the panel lines for the doors. Yeah, I have to clean that up a little bit there. And then this area here, which looks like it may be a lockable trunk area. Wow, this is gonna be an interesting kit to put together. And apparently this one bag held body components for both cars. I'm really digging this chassis here though. Kind of really liking the way that looks. Alright, let's put all of this back in the bag. And I really like this separate chassis here. Although the mold could have been a little cleaner, so we're going to have to work to clean that up. Alright, so here we have in this side we have components for both cars. Now let's take a look at our last bag of styrene here. Alright, keeping the blade away from our fingers. Let's see here. And there we go. Let's take a look at some more of this cool stuff in here. Oh, here we go. Here we have our big V8. Alright. Top of the engine with the intake and the cylinder heads. And these have to be our carburetors. Here's our steering wheel. I'm not really sure what these are. I'm not sure what that is. Here we have our seats. And there's going to be quite a bit of cleanup needed for these pins here with looks like some sort of rivet detail on it, or bolt detail. It's going to be quite a bit of research for me to build this kit. Okay, which is the fun part. It's a whole new car that I am totally unfamiliar with, and if you know me, I like to be as accurate as I can. Here we have what looks to be a folded convertible top boot. Here's a radiator. This looks like some sort of leaf spring assembly here. Here's an axle and a differential, looks like. And here's the other chassis. This has to be the chassis for the stock Model T. Here's some exhaust manifolds. This is looking really interesting so far. And here's our tub for the stock Model T. So you really do have two completely different kits in this box. Here we have another engine, which I'm going to get this for the stock Model T. Here we have our leaf spring assembly here. This, which I am not sure what that is. And here we have our wheels. Wow, those are really going to need a lot of cleaning up. Our seat cushion, steering wheel, another rear section here, which I'm going to assume is an optional part for the Model T's rear section. I'm going to guess. Maybe you have several different ways to display it. And here we have some more parts. We have our glass. And it looks like a firewall and a fan. Why would this be in a separate bag? I don't know. Unless these are some newly tooled parts. I don't know. Okay, so we're going to leave that in there. And now we have some decals. Let me take a look at these decals too. What kind of decals are they put in here? Oh wow, look at what we got here. Oh, this is our roof section of our Model T, which has some weird pattern in here. Don't really know what's going on there. But I would most likely probably just paint that. That looks like it's the panel for the roof of the chopped version. But I think I would just paint that, but now I'm curious to use it just to see what this little deformation is in the decal there, see how that would come out. We have some pinstriping, we have some what looks like rust effects. You see that there? Almost looks like a rusted area. I don't know what that is. Maybe to add some patina to it, I don't know. A bunch of numbers, a bunch of Mueller Speeding Customs. Interesting. Custom machine speed, AMT decals. Definitely gonna have to put those on. Sponsorship decals from all sorts of different things. Some numbers. Okay. That's interesting. Definitely gonna have to put those AMT decals on there. Matter of fact, I just noticed that on the box art, it's got the AMT decals on it. As you can see right there. That's That's cute. All right. Now let's put all of this away. We're gonna take a look at our instructions and see if we can clarify a little bit of what this kit is all about. Oh, I took a look at this. This looks like a spare tire, maybe, on the back of the kit. I'm not. Yeah, that is a spare tire. Okay. Let's start putting all of this stuff away here. We're gonna. And remember, kids, knives are very sharp. The hobby knives, so be very careful how you use them. Don't let a trained professional such as myself, who makes it look really easy, fool you. Okay, here we go. Let's take a look at this. 1925 Ford Model T. Oh, now this is interesting. This is made in the same style as the original decals, where you have to do quite a bit of reading as well as assembly, which I find extremely interesting here. This is the chopped coupe here, where we have all of our. Wow, look at this. So you have 3 different versions of this car, 2 different versions of the chopped coupe that you can build, and then the Ford Model T, stock T, roadster, or pickup. Wow, holy cow, guys, look at this. You can build the chopped coupe, which is with the coupe body, all the interior bits and pieces. Really interesting. And then you can also build a street roadster. This is why we have 4 of the skinny tires. That's for the street roadster. Although I think that you could build the street roadster. I would combine the street roadster with the fat tires. Cycle fenders cannot be used with racing slicks without modification for advanced modelers. Oh, look at that. That's cute. But I wouldn't even want to use the fender. Well, actually, yeah, you could use it on the racing slicks. Judging by the box art, you might actually look pretty cool with the racing slicks. So that's interesting. And here is our turtle deck, is what they call it. Short pickup bed. So you can do the turtle deck with a short pickup bed on the Roadster, which I kind of like the look of the Roadster. But we may be doing a Roadster with the fat tires, with the big drag slicks, because the chopped coupe doesn't use fenders at all. Okay, let's take a look at what else we can do with this kit. Then you can build, after the street roadster, you have the Ford Model T, which you can build a stock T roadster, or pickup. Oh, see, that's what these beds are for. You have a short bed for the street roadster. I wonder if you could do the bed on the. Nope, the coupe doesn't. You can't use a bed on the coupe. The Ford Model T stock T roadster here. Tailgate license plate panel. Here go the wheel assembly here. And then what do we have on the back here? Oh, you have a completely different area for building the engine. You have all your engine components here for the Model T engine, Lincoln engine, street version, competition version. Wow. Interesting. And now take a look at this. This is like a step back in time, guys. There are Ford Model T specifications, and then the Lincoln engine and accessories. 350 plus horsepower, 4100 RPM. Wow. What's it say power-wise for this? Wheelbase, gasoline, front, rear. No, we don't even have a power rating on the Ford Model T. Oh wait, no, 20 horsepower. Now this is really interesting. And then take a look at this here. Suggested modifications: stock roadster, body with top up, stock roadster body with top down, stock pickup body with top down, pickup body with top up, roadster body with tri-power Lincoln engine and cycle fenders, roadster body with Latham blower Lincoln. Wow. Pickup body with, wow, holy cow, look at this, all the different combinations that you can do with the kit, or suggested. And then hints for the advanced modeler, suggested modifications, all sorts of things you can do. And here's a whole section on customizing through the ages, so you guys can freeze on that if you want to read the whole thing. I gotta say, this looks like it's a really cool kit. There's so many different versions of this car that you can build, and I definitely, oh, let's look on the back here, other great kits from AMT. Some interesting stuff here. I have that one already. I might pick that one up, the Duster. But guys, I gotta tell you that this looks like it's going to be a really interesting kit to build, with so many different options and so many different ways that you can do things. And I am definitely going to be looking forward to doing this one. Our tires, I'm just glad that we bagged our tires separately. So I put it all back in the box, and hopefully we can all make it fit. Now, there we go. Now you can build 2 complete cars, but you can build so many different versions of the 2 complete cars that you can actually build about 3 or 4 different cars. 3 or 4 different versions of 2 complete cars. Chrome trim detail can be stripped. Can be striped on with silver paint. Can be striped on with chrome silver. Can be striped on with silver paint. Silver paint not included. With silver paint not included. Cement not included with kit. 2 complete engines. Pre-leather racing slick. Optional tinted windows. Open wheels or salt flat discs. Deluxe customizing decals, loads of chrome plated parts. I've got to say that this is going to be a very interesting kit, and will be on the channel at some point. I'm really looking forward to this one. So there you go, guys. That's a complete unboxing of the 1925 Ford Model T from AMT. Looks like it's definitely worth every penny, especially if you pick it up at the Hobby Lobby price. Okay, guys, that's going to be it. And I will see you on the next one.